Hello, I'm Abby Toycat, and today I'm going to be playing RealismCraft 1.0. This is the first and currently only dynamic world that Minecraft has made, and that means that every single time you load it up, you're going to get a slightly different world. So if we type in a seed of, like a nice normal one, such as the time of day that it is right now, 2037, then we'll get an entirely different world to if you typed in 2038 or any other seed. This is a fairly novel concept because we've had random seed Minecraft add-ons before, but never one that can actually change the world. There are unique VFX, unique animations, unique everything else, and honestly, the simplest thing to compare it to, if you've seen it, is actions and stuff. But basically, this is an entire overhaul of how Minecraft looks, but also how it behaves from a generational standpoint. This is a very, very big deal, and honestly, it's something that is very fun, and so I decided that I had to beat this one. This is RealismCraft. Look at the way I walk. I just slightly uncomfortable, right? This is RealismCraft, and if you want to see everything inside of it, then there's the simplest glance through it. But if you want to see a playthrough all the way till the end, that's hopefully what we're going to be doing today. I'm doing this on a live Xbox Series X, and the reason I need to mention that is, first of all, so, we can actually performance test it today, but also because I think there are some comparisons that people are going to make with the Java edition of the game, because you can just get a mod pack for free there, right? This exact thing, I'm sure a better version of this exact thing, you could probably find, and you could just download it for free, but that's a crucial, for Java versus Bedrock on PC, that might be a fair comparison, but when it comes to the Bedrock version, especially on consoles, you have no alternatives, and so if they are making alternatives like this, and crucially, a substantial amount of that money goes to the people who made it, which in this case is Sparks Universe, then it allows the add-on developers, allows the world developers to make better things, and in theory will, create a better and more functioning, a better serving community. And crucially, this will work for all future updates, and if you get updates, it will work in those. Although with that said, it doesn't include any Trials Chambers features yet, but it does include donkeys, so what's not to love? Honestly, this looks like a copyright infringement donkey, so just in case it is, we're going to move onwards from him, and we're going to work out what our plan is today. I want to beat Minecraft, and you know what, to be totally honest with you, I want to beat it in a fairly decent amount of time, so from this moment right here, let's measure how long it takes me to beat the game. It's going to be a fun little challenge. Let's see, we're going to do not a speed run, but a fast run, We're not going to be trying to be the fastest completion ever, but maybe the fastest RealCraft, or RealismCraft completion. And let's do so by Naruto running our way around the world. And let's also grab some sheep while we're here, because we don't want to be stranded at night with no bed to go in. I'm hoping we find a bed before tonight, but just in case we don't, this would be a nice thing. Although honestly, given how long it takes to punch a sheep to death, maybe we'd be better off making ourselves a wooden pickaxe first, turning that into a, this is the classic thing, but this time with 3D tools. Look at this. It's a pickaxe, but also it's not. I mean, it is a pickaxe, but it's 3D. It's got lots of things. Also, what do you think happens when we mine these blocks right here? Do you get stone still, do you think? No, you get stone pebbles. It takes as long as stone, but it's a lot less useful. Then we'll use this to make sure that we craft ourselves a stone pickaxe, and then we'll use the stone pickaxe to make a stone axe or something. It's always my go-to like
here
starting
you go,
out
buddy.
world.
Here's SpongeBob popsicle money, and because this has text-to-speech. Meow 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 meow.
This is the beautiful thing. If you tip on a live stream and it's over $10 US equivalent, you are allowed to use text-to-speech, and if you want to use it to say meow and SpongeBob popsicles, just like Ad and Sony, you can do precisely that. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, RealCraft has a lot of things inside of it, and some of those things are ones that a lot of people have wanted forever. So stuff like dynamic light. People have wanted this in Minecraft forever. Now we have it. If you look, well, it's actually kind of hard to show off in the daytime, but if we were to dig a nice hole right here, as I'm going to do for the sake of showing this off, as you can see, it's fairly dark down there, but not with my dynamic light. Can you actually see? Honestly, it is kind of hard to properly tell. But we're going to grab a decent amount of coal. We're going to look at the lens flare, which we probably shouldn't be able to see from down here. And then we're going to go find a structure, because there's lots of new ones of those. And hopefully we'll find a third sheep along the way too. So yeah, I am... oh yeah, look at this. I love this stone kind of mountain formation. There are lots of different custom biomes here, but most crucially, they've just altered the generation of the existing biomes. Also, geese, says Chantal X Lee. Yeah, they actually are, they're 2D geese. So if you look at them closely, right now they kind of just look like nothing, but if you get close up to them, wait, let's see. You see that? You see it? They got some Canada geese, and it's so cute. You can see it much better there. They've got Canada geese in Minecraft. What's not to love? They are just 2D though. As best I can tell, you can't actually interact with them. unlike these sheep, which are very much real. So yeah, this is meant to have a altered version of every single mob, all with their own unique animations, although, you know, some things die a little hard, as you can see. And as well as having unique mobs, there's also a bunch of unique effects that will, you know, apply at different points during the game. And so one great example of this is when you go in the water. When the sun is facing the water, as it is right here, when we go into that water, you should be able to see some little sunbeams in the distance. Although also you'll see some... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Just there's some real nice graphics effects that people have been asking for forever, and that people have been excited to see in deferred rendering, and that you get right here. I would like to take a sidebar for a second while we go off and look for some iron, either in a structure or via a ruined portal or something. While we look for iron, I want to quickly take a sidebar and say, why is it that anyone would care, though? Why is this worth spending? You'll be shocked when you learn the price tag, by the way. But why is this worth spending so much money on? And I take the stance, and every other person that I speak to who's into video games says, yeah, what matters way more than graphics is gameplay, and I hope that if you're watching that, you agree. But at the same time, so many people are sold by graphics. They're probably not as vocal as the rest of us, I think that's fair to say. But, oh yeah, look at this. We've got an abandoned mine shaft, but like the new version of it. Let's go down there, and then we'll probably end up trapped because there's a bunch of ladders missing. I wonder if that's on purpose or if that's a design decision. Anyway, we're going to go down. We're going to try our very best to get some iron and use that iron to mine some diamonds. And then we'll have diamonds. What do you need after diamonds to beat the dragon? I think that's like 90% of your list finished. So yeah, the crucial thing is yeah, look at this. Got some furnace fuel coming my way. Get some wood, and then also, crucially, get me a golden apple and even more torches. Didn't even need to go get that coal. I could have just grabbed them from here. But yeah, I think even though graphics aren't as important as gameplay, I think a lot of people forget how important they can be to some people. See, and especially when you already like the gameplay, right? Having just a better version of graphics for it. Also, what happens here? Oh, it's a new mine shaft connected to that original one. So I'm going to go and grab this TNT. Okay, going to be very careful not to detonate it. Okay, I need to know. Is there TNT down there, chat? Do you think? Oh, no, I don't have to get out there in time. Okay, there's no TNT down there. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure at least. I mean, if there was, it would have killed me. So we can be fairly sure there's no TNT. And now I've got some, which means I can do some pretty cool stuff with it. I just need to use one of it, really. But there are some new explosion effects. It's one of the new graphical things. Is this meant to be a bottomless pit? I'm not sure, but I am sure that I can see in here without placing a torch. Although I'm just going to do that anyway. So, last time I downloaded a texture pack, it corrupted my old world. This one have a quality guarantee. Texture packs shouldn't ever break your world, but this one is a very intriguing thing. These sheep look like a certain Pokemon. Nintendo is going to shut this down, / satire. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of freedom for marketplace add-on creators. There's this kind of genius thing that... So Microsoft have worked out the best business model in the world, which is they sell add-ons that they don't make. So this is twofold great. One, it means that they can make money, you know, because they do give a fair amount of that money to the creator, but also they keep a fair amount of money themselves. So it's a really great system because it allows them to do that. Don't get me wrong, it allows them to pay for all sorts of stuff, to do all sorts of fun things, but also it means the copyright risk is on the creator. I believe this is public knowledge, but if you were to make, say, a Rick and Monty themed texture pack or skin pack, then that would be a problem for you, not for Microsoft. I mean, you're the one that made it, you're the one that submitted it to them, you signed a contract saying, oh yeah, I own all the things that I'm producing here, and that is the beauty, to some extent, is you could totally have a Pokemon-themed one. I'm sure if it was too blatant, they might get involved to just to save themselves a bit of hassle, but yeah, fun fact, that is something you should probably know about the marketplace. So now I've got enough iron, I just need some stone, and I don't even know how I came in here, honestly. Oh, yeah, it's... This mineshaft is working a lot better than a regular one. So where the chest was is where I came in. I need to get back to the chest. And if I can get back to the chest, I'll be good. So I'll do that by making a whole bunch of these. Stack myself up. Didn't need to do that. There's a ladder right there. So this chest came off that main shaft, which I believe... Is it up here somewhere? No. So it must mean I came from here somewhere, but maybe a floor higher up yet. Yeah, it's gotta be in that. No, I don't know. I fell down a hole, and I ended up right here, chat. Okay, it's from up there, maybe. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a floor up. So I'll break some blocks. I'll go up there, and we'll get it done. So yeah, it's, there are lots of these structures. There's a full list inside of that book, which I had earlier. But it's a very... Also, thank you, Atruis, for becoming a channel member. Good news about the Dorito video is it is underway. I've seen my first teaser of it. You have a lot to be excited about. Let me tell you. Oh, more diamonds. So we need to immediately start making a furnace, I think. We've got so much iron, enough to make some armor, to make some other things. But yeah, ultimately what this actually is, if you're looking at this and you're like, but what is going on here, Toycat? It is a combination of shaders, a resource pack, and some add-ons that alter the world. But all of those things have been very tricky to do on Bedrock inside of the marketplace so far, which is why so many people are impressed by it and are excited by it, and all of the things that you've seen so far. So I think making a bed would probably be a good decision. So that is what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to make myself one of these, and because I don't want to sleep in a red bed, we need to find some dye ASAP. What am I going to do? Sleep in a white bed like a peasant, chat? It just doesn't make any sense, does it? So we're going to pick up some extra iron so I can make a full set of iron armor. That'll probably be useful for the nether, besides... Maybe I should get some gold, actually. I see 2 right here, 3 right here. If I can just get a 4th, which I can, I'll make some boots to go along with that. And then I can make a full set of everything else. So throw that in there, take this out of here, and wow, we've moved up to the iron tier. Exciting stuff. So, yeah, we'll mine this and some diamonds. I like that. But you can see how this cleverly blends those things together to make something that feels like a brand new experience. It does look very, very good and very, very nice. But, like I said, I think the more important factor is gameplay. And I did a review of the gameplay from my first, like, couple of hours of experience. But that's why I wanted to play right here to just get a little bit more, to see, like, in a full completion of the game, what changes in ways that I wouldn't have expected. Well, let's find out. So first of all, we'll make a black bed. I think that's slightly better than a white bed. Not a great deal, but enough. And then let's make a second furnace. I think whenever I get stuck at the point where I'm just watching a furnace, my instinct is to sit there and just be like, well, yes, I'm doing nothing. But pro tip, you can always just make a second furnace. We can throw a coal into this, and then we'll cook up our raw beef, sure. And then we'll have food sorted as well. So iron is on its way, beef is on its way, everything is on its way, and even some good diamond stuff. So now I've got this. I do think $10 is a lot of money. If you think $10 is a lot of money, welcome to Biodynamics. Try filling my oil tank 5 times a year. So, I do think, though, like, the thing that... the only reason people say it's expensive is because they are used to free, which is entirely fair, right? I think you're used to free or you're used to things that are less expensive. A lot of people forget that the valid price of something is the price that people are willing to pay. That is the market price. The only time that a price isn't valid is when people say they're not going to. So a part of that comes down to you as a consumer. Like, you have to decide not to buy things if you think they're far too expensive. But also a part of that is saying, yeah, if people are buying it, then it means that clearly it's worth the money to them. If they priced this at $100, they probably wouldn't sell many copies. They'd sell some, but they'd probably sell at least 10 times as many at $10. But would they sell 10 times more than they would now at $1? Well, that's the question. From a revenue maximization standpoint, which is probably their goal, because their goal is hopefully to make more things like this, that's where the actual price comes in. But that's if you believe in market economics and all that stuff, which you probably should, because it's economic theory is by and large the best way we understand markets. But if you don't like it, I don't blame you. People don't like lots of things, and they choose not to believe them, and that's I believe that's just how 2024 works, right? You get to choose what you do and don't believe. And speaking of what I do and don't believe, this is my iron chest plate. It looks so tiny, chat. I actually like this as a way to do it. I love this little tininess of it. You can get a whole Minecraft experience, or hear text-to-speech saying meow 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 meow. It is true. Chat, right now, right here, what do you want to hear? What do you want more from your $10? Do you want to just see some lens flare? Or do you want to go SpongeBob pops meow 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 meow? The second is a much better use of your money. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's interesting, right? Like, to some people, tipping on streams is a ludicrous idea. Like, why would you give money to them anyway? But those same people will tip someone like a hairdresser or a waiter or a taxi driver, because they're like, yeah, it's what you do. And ultimately, those people will get some amount of joy out of it in those circumstances that they won't get, which they think they won't get here. And that's because it's what you feel like. If you look at streams and you say, yeah, these should only ever be free, then anything but free is going to feel like an outrage. And if you look at a stream and you say, yeah, actually, this is worth this money and that money and that money, Then, actually, I think I've got to smelt up my cold real quick. So I'll just throw that in there. And then I'll throw, with the rest of this, I'll cook up some beef. I think I've got some. That's cooked beef. This is cooked mutton. Is this cookable? That's just leather. So we'll just wait for this to cook for amount, and then we're ready to go to the nether. Besides, you know, the nether bit. But that's like the least challenging part of it. So I appreciate the information, though. Help me make an informed decision, says Miller's Mausoleum. Yeah, exactly. I try to inform people both on what happens if you spend $10 on a Minecraft add-on, as well as what happens if you spend, I guess we can break it in one more. Although we're not going to. I try to inform people as to what will happen if you spend $10 on a Minecraft add-on, and what happens if you spend $10 on your favorite cat man who streams. You know, I'm getting ahead of myself saying I'm your favorite. Like, I said this earlier, but parasocial relationships can cut both ways. There's parasocial love, and there's parasocial hate. And I feel parasocial hate towards people who don't understand how weather can be different from country to country, and based on outside versus inside. Speaking of outside versus inside, we have now got enough gold. I think we'll take the coal out of the furnace, and as soon as this one's done, we'll just go for it. We'll just go out on our merry way, and just hope that it works well that way. Yeah, it will. It will go great, chat. It'll go really wonderfully. So let's go. Oh, actually, I want to make gold boots. We can make them later. So let's grab the bucket. Let's grab something else of some value, and let's get out there. So there's a lot of fun things that should be mentioned about this pack. And one of those things is the fact that the shield has some very, very bizarre animations. By the way, again, just a heads up for anyone joining the stream, it is, I believe, the hottest day in the UK so far, at least in London. Obviously, it's a very big country, and that's a scary-looking drowned over there that I'm just trying to avoid. So I'm placing some blocks. There we go. That's good for me. So we're going to use the creeper explosions to show you what the new explosions look like. Isn't that nice? And then we're going to go get a nice vantage point. Look at the clouds, by the way. Aren't they beautiful? And I can see there's a pillager outpost, and there's a thing over there. So do you want to see something fun, chat? Again, so I'm playing in 1.21 right now. But one of the clever things that the marketplace does is, so if you want to play a Minecraft mod on Java that's from an older version, what you have to do is you have to download that older version and mod that. So it ends up that if you really like Minecraft mods, you've got like 4 versions. Oh, wow. If you really like Minecraft mods, you probably have like 4 versions on the go. It's just kind of a given. Oh, we found some lava. Okay, we can go to the nether. Perfect.
I would rather. Meow 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 meow.
Oh god, there was a creeper there.
Hot 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 hour hot.
Exactly. That is a very, very, very valid way to see it. So this is absolutely beautiful here. I'm going to go to sleep right here, right now. There's monsters nearby, apparently. I'm going to watch out for those. This spider redesign is absolutely horrifying, by the way. I want nothing to do with it. And then we're going to do something fun. So this is a pillager outpost, old versus new, chat. The new type, oh, don't kill me, don't kill me. The new type has something very fun at the top that I didn't notice in my video by pure chance, but I did notice after the fact, and I want to really take advantage of. But then there's also another structure over there. Okay, let's take advantage of both structures, and then let's go to the nether. Or we'll go to this one first, actually. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2. This is a pillager keep, as you can see. I was going to go to the pillager outpost, and I was going to take it down. I was going to show you how, because this is 1.21, but it's emulating 1.20, you can't use any 1.21 features. It's really kind of clever. Also, the running animation is so weird to me. Yeah, it's one of those things where if Minecraft always looked this way, you'd probably think it was normal. Oh, swimming looks interesting too. If it always looked this way, you'd think it was normal, but when you try to alter Minecraft fundamentals that have been there forever, it just always comes across odd, right? It just always comes across strange. By the way, thank you, Polly E. Meow, 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 meow. Hot, 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 hot to you too. I hope it's slightly cooler up there. Hope it's slightly cooler in the land of the puddings. I think that's Yorkshire. I think that's correct. And if it's not, then you know what? There's pudding from everywhere, so I'm technically correct no matter what. I hope it's slightly cooler up there, and I also hope that this iron golem helps me with my fight today. I'm just gonna let him free. Always a good go-to as a first move. Okay, please get out of there, Mr. Golem. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, okay. I'm gonna do this myself, am I? Ooh. Okay, so I'm just gonna eat a cooked mutton. Just get this eaten. Okay, it took a little bit too long to eat. And now we're gonna finish this pillager using his own weapons. And then we're gonna pick up those own weapons. and we're going to use them to deal with the rest of this. So that is a bear right there. I wonder how the golem feels about bears. Do you think they have strong opinions on each other? So now we're just going to let the golem out of it. And then that way, the golem can share his opinions on these pillagers that are over here. He's a very big boy. He does need a lot of space to be broken for him to get out of this. But just like that, out we go. Oh, it's so bizarre, by the way. They added, like, pebbles to this, but they didn't give them proper physics, so they just kind of float there. Very, very odd. Okay, do you want to come out? I think you probably should, right? Okay, no, that's fine. I'll deal with this myself. So this is a pillager encampment, and I don't know what's meant to be inside here. There's another iron golem there, and then there's a tower of some form over here. I'm going to use my pickaxe as a sword, because I forgot to craft all the weapons and armor I needed. And we're just going to take this down before anything else, go. And now we can finish you off. Okay, that's not the right weapon. So as you can see, everything here just has a slightly different animation that just makes it look slightly, in some people's opinion, more realistic, more better, more all the good things. And as you can see, there's lots of new opportunities to get iron and string and crossbows and all the things that you probably come here for. But yeah, I think my next move should definitely be to just go ahead and craft some armor. Speaking of that, I work at a
small town restaurant, and last Christmas a suspiciously wealthy customer gave every employee a $100 tip. Sure, I had a holiday bonus, but what about second holiday bonus?
Second holiday bonus! That sounds good. That sounds like the dream. I feel like one, you know, you're right. There's no amount where you're like, you know, a little bit more of this wouldn't be good though, right? I think that's an issue. Some people take that as like a systemic issue or something. I see it as like the cool thing about humans. If you imagine who is the best person to be running, I don't know, like say pick a company, right? The Amazons of the world. You'd imagine that the best person to grow that company would be the one who took it from nothing to, you know, like multi-trillion. But how are you going to motivate that person to work? He's got so much money that more money isn't going to buy him anything new. But the fact that some people are like, yeah, but then I could buy a slightly bigger mega yacht. You know, like the fact that we always have things to motivate people. Some people find it to be sickening and like, oh, this is the woes of our system and this is why we're going to decline. But I think it's kind of cool in its own way. I think there are some benefits to a system where even people who have everything still feel a desire to work more. Which ultimately, also, by the way, here's just something fun. So I don't want to shoot these guys, but just so you know that they're not even real, I could shoot one and I promise you it won't die. So yeah, I think I was trying to make some stuff and I got distracted by something, so I'm going to make another crafting table now. Don't worry, chat, this is what I do. We make crafting tables, we live a good life. And I'm going to make myself some leggings. And I'm going to make myself a helmet. And then we're going to go to the Nether. I don't know that I'm fully ready for it yet. But when are you ever ready to go to do anything, you know? You're ready when you're dead. That's the answer. And so to avoid one of those things happening, we shall. But thank you, Super Sue MC. Thank you for the holiday bonus. Happy holidays. You know, honestly, it's funny that we say, well, I say we. It's funny that people who live in countries who have lots of denominational faiths practicing that they're trying to you know, like accommodate, they say happy holidays. It's like a big thing, right? But the weird thing about it is the actual holidays, right? The holiday in the real sense of the word. Like if a holiday is one day to you, then holidays is December, sure. But if holidays is
Tomcat tax.
Hey, thank you! I'm sorry about the typo. You know, actually, I'll just call myself Tomcat for you. We'll sort that out. Thank you, McBella. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing wonderfully today. What do you think of RealismCraft, by the way? Oh, look, they added the wild update. Minecraft said it couldn't be done. They said that there was no way you could do this in any reasonable time frame. But here we are, chat. There's mushrooms growing on the tree. And if we break them, we get nothing. Okay. Wow, look at it. Look at it. They took the wild update screenshot and they made it a reality. Wow. Okay, so that's one of the fun things. Also, there's butterflies. I don't think the butterflies are real, though, chat. There's only one way to be sure, though, and that's to shoot it and see if it dies. If you can't kill something, it's not real. That is how we determine life, right? Is if it can die. Okay, that's definitely not dying. I'm fairly sure I shot it on one of those. I'm going to pick up my arrows, and I'm going to conclude that that is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Then I'm going to place down my chest and grab my diorite and then put some just garbage in here. There's a lot of random stuff that you pick up and that it's even harder to work out on the spot whether we should get rid of or not. So we'll just do that with it. Place a furnace down. In fact, let's use the furnace as our block to make the portal out of. So there goes our furnace. There goes our water. Then we break the furnace, and I think it vanishes forever, actually. Oh, no, it doesn't. It sits down there. That's nice. So we can now pick up the furnace, put it down, like, I don't know, up here somewhere. Yeah, on the side of the portal is where we want it. Then we're going to break this block, and then some of these blocks, and then some of these blocks. Yeah, that's about right. And we'll make a nice little tower up here. And we'll scoop that up, and we'll put it right here. And if we haven't done this horribly wrong... Yeah, I've finally gotten okay at doing this, chat. It took me years. Believe me now, I'm vaguely making nether portals at this point. So, 3 blocks on each side, obviously. And then a block up... You know, let's go for it. Let's go for a premium nether portal. I think I'm worth one. Block goes over... You know, I'll make an extra tall premium nether portal. Block goes there. Block goes there. Block goes over here too. Not yet, it doesn't. You just gotta move that one block, and there we go. I ruined everything in the process, but I have a safer nether portal, and it's also a slightly taller nether portal. You know, this is always a good thing in its own way. Don't forget to cool down, Toy Cat. Thank you. I've got the ice on my belly just to show you. This was literally frozen. It's now like more water than not. But it is keeping my body good. That's how I know my computer's real. It gets killed all the time. Yeah, if you don't have to, you know that kill switch, the end process button in Task Manager, that's how you know that a program is real. If you end it and then it doesn't end and it can't die and nothing changes, then it's clearly not. Trust me, that's logic. You don't have to think about it any harder. That's just how facts work. So now let's go to the Nether. Oh no, it seems as though we forgot to make a flint and steel. If only there was some solution to this, but I don't have any flint. But good news, if you haven't played Bedrock, which I'm guessing some percent of people who watch the stream have not, here is something fun you need to know. That is the fact that you can, quite easily on Bedrock, use lava to light a nether portal. Just place some lava next to some wood. The lava spreads fire onto the wood spreads fire onto the portal, and then eventually you go to the nether. I mean, usually. It's usually a bit faster than this, but we're fine. So yeah, if this keeps going poorly, we'll just spread that there, and eventually it'll work out. There are some angles where it works better than others, to be totally honest with you. If I place some wood there, that might help it along. Maybe we place our lava right here. Yeah, that'll help. There we go. There's fire on both sides of the nether portal. There we go. Into the nether we can go, and there's a new animation to take us there. So I kind of want to... The only thing I need to go to the nether for is blaze rods. We can get ender pearls anywhere else. And so I'll do precisely that. The lava looks like the old texture. It's funny that it's RealismCraft, but they're like, yeah, what is realistic is the texture that Minecraft used to use. So I'm going to take this opportunity in a hot place to cool down very briefly. And then we're going to go right into it. Okay, what biome have we got? Honestly, a pretty decent one, all things considered. There's a lot of random fire in the world, and there's some blue magma cubes. Chat, what's the difference between the red and the blue magma cubes, do you think? There's only one way to know for sure, and it's to kill them. So, sorry about... Oh, so they're red when they're small, maybe. There's a lot of fire that gets put out from that. Okay, there's a ghast. Very terrifying ghast. So, looking around, okay, that's an enderman. Should not have looked him in the eye. Should not have looked him in the eye. But here we go. Oh, he's got a mushroom. That's nice. So, this is an example. Now that we're getting some actual combat going on, I think you'll start to see some interesting examples of how this has changed everything in a big way. But yeah, let's... Okay. Let's fight him off. And see what our ender pearl looks like. Okay, 1 ender pearl got on. Just 11 more to go, or something like that. So now we're going to just find a nether fortress. There is no way to do this on Bedrock. I hope that they've got some fun nether structures, but my brief look around the nether tells me they don't. I think that they put most of the effort in the places where the marketing shops would be, and as far as I can tell, the nether is untouched structure-wise, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I'm desperately, desperately wrong. I would like to be. I would like to be too cynical and to be incorrect about it. You know, it's I think that's my kind of view on cynicism as a whole. It's like, Some people are like cynical to the sake of like ruining other people's times. But I think going into something with like low expectations is always a good way to have a better outcome. You know, like a plan for the worst, hope for the best, I guess. You know, you can still hope for the best while still understanding that it's not the most likely circumstance or the most likely outcome, I guess, for a given circumstance. So now, speaking of most likely outcome for a given circumstance, we found a warped forest. We found precisely 4 blocks of it, but still, that's something. And we've also found a very beautiful Nether on the way. But yeah, no sign of a Nether fortress. No sign just yet. Death is the thing that makes other things real. Exactly right. Trees, just about real because they die very slowly. Whereas, you know, like spiders, well, I think it's actually flies that live 24 hours. They're so real. They're annoyingly real. My logic that if it doesn't die, it's not real. It's, you know, like, because the things that are, like, most hard to understand are the things that die slowly, like stars and the sun. Like, you ever think about how big the sun is and how far the sun... like, thinking about your place in the world relative to these things is a set of thoughts that can only drive you to madness. Because of how infrequently it dies. If the sun died every day and was replaced by a new one, you'd be much more humanizing, you know? Our mortality is our most relatable thing. Can temperature die? Says Zero Rules. You know, I think heat can die, right? There's dead heat and there's alive heat. And I've heard the phrase dead heat before. Therefore, dead heat is real. Speaking of dead heat, there's no sign of a Nether fortress. The best thing to do is to always head to about -400, -400. But realistically, once you get to about 256, you should be good. So we don't see a Nether fortress yet. We're going to pick a new direction. Is that a Nether fortress? That is not a Nether fortress. So I'm going to eat another cooked beef. Running low on them, but we're fine. Also, Dasher is here on hand to have our coordinates ready in case we need them. I guess quarks can't die. You know, there is a really, really good case to argue that the small scale of the universe is also confusing. Because the way things die on small levels is they just kind of vanish, like there's like half-lives involved. But everything's so random that we can't work out the true life of something, just the time at which most of it will have died. That's why radioactivity is so scary, I think. Is because, like, no matter how much radiation you get rid of, there's always going to be some remaining around. Speaking of things that are remaining, I see very little that inspires me. I don't want to go back the painful way, but I think I'm going to have to go back the way I came. And we're going to look for a Nether fortress over there. So yeah, from this perspective, the Nether is kind of just the overworld of a texture pack, right, chat? I feel like I've got all my unique animations still. Like, look at this. Everything I do is slightly unique. I've got all my unique animations, but the world, the dimension itself looks remarkably similar to base Minecraft. I think, am I wrong about that? There's no lens flare because there's no sun. There's a lot of things that you just don't get because there's no equivalent thing. So if we want to enjoy some new effects here, you know what we've got to do? We've got to get some TNT down, and then, I don't know, like some levers to activate it. That's what we'll do. We'll get some levers. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. I'm on fire, but there are worse things that can happen. I'm just going to hide through here where there's no more pain. So I'm going to drop the lava, because that's not going to be as useful as my levers, which will activate my TNT when it comes to it. So now I've got an emergency escape mechanism built in. It's not the best emergency escape mechanism, but, you know, emergency escapes aren't meant to be graceful. They're just meant to be doable. It's got to get me out of this situation. I don't care if it gets me out particularly alive or not. Just as long as it tries, you know. That's most of the battle. So yeah, coming into this, every time I come into a basalt delta, I regret it. But I always keep coming in here. It's like a bad boyfriend or something. So no Canadian geese, says Ruby likes Sonic 2. If you'll believe it, there's no Canadian geese in hell, and that's proof that they're all such well-behaved animals. Everyone acts so crazy about them, like, oh yeah, that's scary, you better watch out. But it's one of those, like, mass hysteria things that anyone who actually knows about them thinks is, like, hilariously wrong. I think there's a few facts like this in the world where there's a version of it that spreads really easy because it sounds right. but anyone who actually knows about it knows that it's incorrect. Like, there's a fun, very widely spread misnomer about the UK, where I'm from, that the reason we don't have any trees is because we deforested our land to make boats to conquer the world. And it's like, yeah, because we love to talk about, you know, like, we did do one of those parts of that. So you could see the logic of the rest. Like, we did thing A, we did thing B. It's just there's no causational relationship between them. But people are really good at saying, well, here's a fact, and here's a fact, and it sounds like this fact would lead to this fact, and so therefore the facts are linked. When the snozzberries taste like snozzberries. Very, very common problem. Very common problem. Can you describe RealismCraft for me, please? I just joined. So Brandon Wright, RealismCraft is a texture pack, resource pack combo. Okay. Oh, that is always terrifying. Texture pack, shaders add-on combo that alters your world, alters your animation, and really alters your entire Minecraft experience in quite a dramatic way. This leads to the game, this leads to it getting the unique moniker that Minecraft is trying to call a dynamic world, and these dynamic worlds are able to, these dynamic worlds basically exist okay, a little spooky. These dynamic worlds exist to allow you to have mod pack style experiences, but inside of a world. The entire world is custom generated, there are new things everywhere, and the biomes are all different, except in the Nether, where honestly they're mostly the same. It's at this point that the kind of base, game design doesn't keep up with the add-on that they've made here. As you know, RealismCraft might be great, but they kind of just took a hands-off approach to the Nether and said, yeah, we'll make a few blocks glow, and that's about all we want to do right here, which I do think leads to some late issues. So I enjoyed the Mosaic stream yesterday, says Richie C. Thank you! It is very, very, very hidden. I was considering making it private, but I figured, unlisted or members only or whatever, it's good enough. But yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It was my first attempt. I just assumed that everything would work well there. And so now it is a slightly hotter day, and hey, we killed him, right? No, we didn't. I thought we did, but it is me who is dying. So I'm going to go back to the overworld, we're going to get some food, and we're going to come back here when we're slightly better prepared, because I don't want to die. So we're just going to place some blocks there, avoid anything too terrible, and hope that it's not dark in the overworld. I think it might be. I think I just heard a creeper. Was I wrong about that? Nope, that was nothing. So it's a lovely time to be in the dark, but good news for me. I don't need to be in the dark. I can use my handy-dandy torch. In fact, do you think dynamic lighting works for everything that's lit? Like a lava bucket, for example? No. It's kind of odd. You'd expect a lava bucket in your hand should work. What do you reckon, chat? Do you think that a lava bucket in your hand should give you access to dynamic light stuff? Or do you think that's not how that should work? Because I can kind of see an argument both ways. So I'm going to get some food, which I guess probably the fastest way to get food is just to burn some mobs. So it was very... Oh, it's a sheep with a baby sheep. It's a monstrous thing to kill those. You'd have to be You'd have to be a monster, I tell you. I kind of deserve that one for that. So let's watch another beautiful sunset. Rise in the morning, chat. Oh yeah, look at this. Also, why is crouching like this? Is this how anyone crouches in the real world? If anything, I feel like I've raised my leg up rather than lowering my body down. Any light source should have dynamic lighting, IMO. Handy dandy notebook. My handy dandy notebook is officially dead. And so am I. Where was my bed, actually? I think I just came over here from it. So let's go back to where I died. Let's pick that stuff up, pretend none of that happened, and then we'll get the food that we're actually here for. We'll get a decent amount of it. We'll smelt it up in a furnace rather than trying to lava bucket some sheep to death. And then we'll be good to go. So, Creeper just wanted a hug, says this acronym. So, it went to an ad just as you died, says Blaze Kitsune. Yeah, YouTube has this system for... so obviously if you have YouTube Premium, it's not going to apply to you. Or if you live in a country where ads don't play or all those things. But YouTube tries to guess a system of when would be least inconvenient to play an ad. And they do it with some weird retention engagement stats that I don't understand. Because they can't use the times that fewest people are watching the video, because then the fewest people watching an ad. But they also can't annoy people watching the video, so they try to find the best times. But it's all it's an AI algorithm or whatever, just like rolling the dice and stuff, basically. Side note, can we talk about the fact that we basically rebranded the term algorithm into AI, and everyone just went with it and said, yep, these are entirely different things. A program which learns from previous results is AI. It's artificial intelligence now. Whereas, you know, a program that learns from previous results and uses that to that different thing, algorithm, that's lame, that's old hat. I think, you know, the cynical part of me realizes, like, has this been happening my whole life? You know, all these big advancements that seem like they're happening, are they actually just us working out clever ways to rebrand things that have already happened? And another part of me says, you know, actually, isn't it nice? We don't even have to invent stuff to feel like we invented stuff anymore. Like you know, one of my favorite things to talk about is, like, everyone has a way in which they are a boomer. I'm like the biggest futurologist you'll ever meet. Like, I love the future. I love all the things that are coming. But the one way in which I'm an absolute, like, I don't know, like oh, things used to be better when I was young, is I loved the way fast food used to work, chat. Do you remember how it used to be? You would go there and you would ask for the thing, and it would be fast food, right? So you would get the item like seconds after you ordered. That was, they'd have a bunch ready to go so that you could just go in there and say, I want a Big Mac. You grab the Big Mac. But then at some point, because of the move to reduce food waste and the fact that food waste is bad for profits or whatever, now there's so many new customization options that even if they wanted to have a stack of everything ready, they can't, because, you know, there's this person wants a Big Mac and this person... Hey, thank you, by the way! Thank you for stopping my boomer talk. Anyway, fast food is bad now. It used to be better, and I stand by that. We can say it reduces food waste all we like, but it reduces food waste by not being fast food anymore. And it's like the paper straw thing. It's like if you don't do a good job of being a straw, it doesn't matter how environmentally friendly you are, because you're not environmentally friendly at solving the task. You're environmentally friendly by not solving the task. It's like, you know, no matter how much this Minecraft stream, right? If I stop playing Minecraft, it doesn't matter if we talk about the best stuff in the world. I could never argue it was the best Minecraft stream ever, because we wouldn't have played Minecraft. I could argue it was a good stream, and we could argue that we don't need Minecraft in our streams anymore, or whatever we want to argue. But yeah, with that said, let's kill some more animals. I think we just have to go on a big killing spree, really. I've got a diamond sword, and it feels like such a waste to just use it for stuff like this. So let's actually, on the way to get some food. Oh, pork chops. Let's kill 2 pet pigs. You see this one's black and that one's like spotty. I love the variety of pigs that we now have. Very lovely. It means I have 8 pork chops, which should cover me for a decent nether run. You can argue for anything if you throw your brain out. You know, I would love to throw my brain out. 0 rules. Wait, 0 rules. No, if there's no rules, then there's no rules saying I can't throw my brain out. Checkmate, got you there. Is this a pig? That's a piece of log. What happens if I break it? Do you think I'll get a mushroom and a log? Or just... Oh. Just a log. Kind of disappointed, to be totally honest with you. So we'll pick this up, and this up, and something else up, probably. TNT seems good to me. And this up. And then we'll break down a few logs, just while we're here anyway, right? Or just while we're hanging out. And we'll use those logs to... Just re-up on our oak planks. We need a lot of blocks in the nether, so having them ready just seems like a good idea. Unalive the bear and see what happens, says Polly E. I unalived a polar bear, but you're right, we should unalive a regular bear. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw this in there. By the way, I wanna make a point, chat. I've heard some people fairly recently, like they'll one of the things that people will say quite frequently to me is like, oh, Toycat, you've got to say this, not that. And then some people will be like, isn't that kind of like censorship that YouTube forces you to say unalive, or forces you to say, you know, German leader of the 1930s? And I think I want to talk about censorship a little bit today, because a lot of people do believe that there is a genuine, like, deep-held censorship in YouTube. And I think there's this fun thing, right? It's the... I learned about something called the toupee effect recently. It's one of my favorite effects that we all kind of know to be true, but it makes us feel better not to. So, have you ever seen any particular famous person, you know, like, I don't know, like imagine like a leader of some country or something. Have you ever seen someone who had a toupee that wasn't very convincing looking? And so you might hear someone say, yeah, toupees never look that good. You should just be bald or whatever. Okay, we need to quickly just grab one of these. Just activate that real quick. That is an evoker, by the way. So I'm just going to blow that up. Solve all my problems. Okay, that spider is climbing the walls. I do not like that at all. So once we kill this guy, I've got a totem. Which, honestly, pretty cool thing to keep around with me. And now if I look like I'm about to die, I can just whip this out. And, you know, when in doubt, get the totem out. Is a very good way to live your life. So now we'll just jump down to the floor. We'll see if this book is actually written in. Oh, they're all broken. And then we'll jump out of here. Lovely place to be in. I'm glad there was an evoker. Glad I got a free totem of dying. Didn't even have to climb to the top, chat. Didn't even have to climb to the top. So yeah, I think a lot of people... there's this idea of the toupee effect, which is that people will assume that, oh yeah, well, no toupees are good because every time you see a toupee, it looks like a toupee. But it's because all the toupees that look like hair, you don't notice. All the plastic surgery that doesn't look like plastic surgery, you just assume that that person aged well. And so it, you know, kind of creates like a doubly cruel incentive that if you don't want to look like you're aging, you might look like you've aged very quickly. You almost put on display your public insecurities in that way. But the same thing kind of applies. This effect of bad examples being more visible than good examples is especially true with like TikTok and the modern generation of stuff like, you know, phrases like unalive. Is you will see people say unalive and you'll assume, oh, that's what people have to say to get around YouTube censorship. But to be actually true, you know, like the actual list of words you can't say, you can only work out by the videos that get blocked. But because no creator wants to willingly subject their videos to being, you know, demonetized over and over again. No creator wants to deal with all that stuff. It's actually very hard to separate out what is real and what is superstition. It's very hard to separate, is this person doing this because something bad happened? I'd better do it anyway. And so everyone has this overly cautious attitude. But you don't have to say unaliving on YouTube or like bit the dust or whatever weird phrases people will say. I can say the word now, chat, suicide. I can tell you the story of how I tried to commit suicide. Like, I can literally talk about this if you want to. It went poorly. It's one of the worst feelings in the world to try something as drastic as that and then to fail at it. It's that is a real thing and a real story I'm telling you right now. And I have zero fear this video is going to be demonetized. But the reason that people will say that is partially, you know, the reason that people will use these words is partially because they're worried about it, but also partially because it becomes lingo in its own right. It becomes effective in its own thing. I used to sense myself yeah, so in case you're worried about that. Also, it's good to see you, Lee. I hope you're doing wonderfully. Appreciate it, the thing. I wonder if the whole thing started there. But the point is, for anyone out there who thinks that, like, YouTubers censor themselves, some are deliberately choosing to say weird words. But it is, you know, a choice to censor yourself. There is no YouTube list of words that all YouTubers are pulling from. Everyone's just making informed, not even always informed guesses, let's be honest. Everyone's making guesses based on what else they see. And this is kind of how it is with, this is kind of how it works with the sorts of things that get seen a bunch to anyway. Like, I don't know, like, I think, for example, my sad stories of my teenage years or whatever, like, I feel like I think if I were to give you some advice that really stuck with you or something, it's not the sort of thing that you know. If I don't think it would stick with you as well as if as well as if you just saw something that's like, oh, that's cool and fun. Like there are some things that are. Also, I'm running through another basalt delta. I always regret doing this, but I literally have no other choice. We're going positive now, hoping for the best. Speaking of positive now, that is how I feel about the world more broadly. That is to actually give a tiny bit of like insight now that I've mentioned something. It is the fact that, you know, the worst feeling in the world is wanting to do something and then not even doing a very good job at it, even when it's like the worst or the last resort as you're seeing it in your brain. But I think the most useful way to see the world is like everyone has like an expiration date anyway. You know, everyone has a not alive anymore, a bites the dust moment. And once you see it as, once you see that as just like, well, that's a matter of time, and there's and you know some people are struggling for the amount of time they have and all that stuff, you can just be like, yeah, you can just do it the slow way. There's no risk of failure. There's no risk of hurting anyone that way. And then from there, you can work out how to build things up. Because I hate when people just say, like, it gets better. Because, like, even if that's true, right? Even if there's, for every single person ever it gets better, it's, like, so useless to say, yeah, in, like, 7 years, you would regret doing this. It's like, that sounds like 7 bad years to me. Anyway, so the point of that was to, the point of that slightly darker tangent there was to say that the things that you'll actually look at and decide are relevant to you and that you should replicate yourself are not the same things that the people who are creating something would decide based on. So if this video went really, really viral, you might be like, it was because Toycat said a lot of the words he wasn't meant to say, or like he worked out that he was allowed, he was the first person to get away with saying the word suicide, or something ridiculous like that. But the reason that people like this video is because they're curious about RealismCraft. They're curious about dynamic worlds. You know, it is a brand new category of content for the first time ever, and it's exactly what most Minecraft players say that they want. When people love deferred rendering, people love RTX, people love any way to improve their graphics in the game, and so that is something that you're not thinking about. But it's a lot harder to... Okay, I'm going to have to just put the totem out, put the totem on. Okay, oh, chat, I'm going to die anyway. I can't believe that just happened, but it did, and I'm really glad that I'm emotionally prepared for it. I'm going to eat the golden apple too. I'm just going to do it, chat. I think that's an essential. No, okay. So yeah, this is a rough patch of the Nether, but hopefully it leads me to a fortress soon. It's gotta lead me to a fortress eventually. You would hope. So I'm gonna kill this skeleton. Oh, the skeletons have such unique animations. I'm hoping if we get any more skeletons, we can kill them from afar without having to deal with them. I feel like it means making mental health problems socially acceptable instead of treated. Says Miller's Mausoleum. Yeah, I think that's a big leg up that exists now versus like 15 years ago. But also at the same time, some people will treat that as a way to say, yep, I don't need to fix this because everyone acknowledges it. But everyone can acknowledge it in helping you to deal with something, but you can't be like, here is a thing that you will have to deal with forever. That's my like controversial take. It's like your best bet is not to burden people around you indefinitely, but instead to work out how they can help you. Because people would like to help you and often won't understand how. But also, when you start to take advantage of people, a lot of people feel bad about that. And you gotta find the balance where you're not doing that. Speaking of not doing that, basalt deltas are the worst thing that's ever happened to Minecraft. Can you believe it? They were a bonus biome too. We were gonna have just the other 4 Minecraft biomes. And I can't... It's weird. Oh, we got a bastion. I don't think I want it. But, you know, I'm here. We'll get some ender pearls anyway. We'll do it. What's the worst that can happen besides death? Besides death, though, chat? What is the worst that can happen? I think you'll find there's very little that is substantially worse than the death that'll be happening to me today. So we're just going to take the chill route in there. This is definitely the chill route. And we're going to chop down some trees so we can use the netherwood because it's just not as valuable. And then we're going to make a very fun beeline for it. Rate this pack 1 to 5, says Jimmy MN. You know, actually, you're right. We should rate this pack 1 to 5 stars. Very rude of me not to have already done so. So, realism. So, Minecraft actually has that very feature inside of it. I think if I was going to rate this, I would say it's great. I feel like there's a lot of space for more future improvements. So I'm going to give it a 4-star. I'm having a great time. There is space to have a better time. Oh, there's a send feedback to creator button. Okay, I've been getting random feedbacks via Excel spreadsheets, and it's been very confusing. And now I understand... now I understand how it came about. Someone just said, Toycat, keep up the great work on the Let's Play world. And I was like, how did you send me this feedback? And now I know how they did it. Okay, I'm glad to see it. Toycat, be like Bubsy the cat. Sorry, says Polly. Oh, there's nothing to be sorry about. I want to re-clarify. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that tangent a lot. I was looking forward to talking about that at some point. There's been a lot of people who have kind of made the censorship point. And I think the real key difference usually in censorship is if it censors like not just the words that you're saying, but the content too. I think I think good censorship is when you don't need to worry about the content of your message. So we're just gonna burn these guys alive. I think it's the least of your worries if instead of saying this instead of that. Because, you know, there are real censorship regimes still happening and still operating in this world to this day. And so from that perspective, it's pretty great that the worst you usually have to worry about is like, oh yeah, won't have to say this. I really enjoy having you on the streams, Polly. You're one of my favorite regulars. Love to see you here. There's a lot of people we've slowly started to pick up, and I admit it's a parasocial bond, chat. You know, there's some, like I said, there's some parasocial hatred in the world. There's also a lot of this, like, oh yeah, it's cool. It's a motivating factor to keep going on, knowing that you'll see some friendly faces. So we're gonna light these guys on fire before they come down and get me. I'm sorry, it's not that I want you dead, it's that I don't want you alive. I wanna unalive you guys a little bit too badly. But it's not that I want to kill them. Although I shouldn't say the word kill in case YouTube demonetizes this video. You know, you can talk real serious, real important topics. But the moment we talk about killing a fictional character in a video game, I think that's the moment we cross the line. Can we actually pick these blocks up? We can. So I'm going to get as much gold as I humanly can, trade it in for some ender pearls, and then we're going to try and find those blaze rods when we can. So this looks very nice. It is just a texture pack at this point with a slightly different animation, but it does look very fun. I think I just lost one of those gold blocks forever. I got 15, that's probably most of it. So we'll make a full stack. Richie C says, no sad talk from me then, says Dasher. You're my favorite parasocial buddy too. Thank you, Dasher. I saw a comment that I never got around to responding to the other day. You asked about, which I thought was very wholesome. You asked about I think you asked about the Korean tacos, or maybe it was about the set menu. I had a very nice week there. A couple of fun dining options. I only saw it way off the back, and I was like, that's nice. Oh god, look at the piglin brute. I thought that was very nice to ask. And so, in case you're still interested in hearing, also he's just gonna die, right? Yep, he's dead. In case you're still interested in hearing, it went very well. It was I've been there once before. It's £25, so you get 10 separate dishes, which to my mind is good, right? Like £2.50 a dish. Like that's a low price compared to eating anywhere else. You can barely eat at McDonald's for £2.50 now. I went to McDonald's today. It cost me like £7. Admittedly, I got an Oreo milkshake and a cheeseburger and a wrap and some fries, but still £7, internet. What do they think I'm made of money? I hope they do not think I'm made of money, because then they will not serve me food. Okay, so don't try and kill me. Oh, perfect. He's not going to. So that piglin brute spawned recently, which is a problem. But we're just going to put this guy in a little hole where he doesn't bother anyone anymore. That's my plan. So, this is good. Yeah, good morning everyone, says Poppy. Good to see you, Poppy. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a very good one. Anyway. So we're going to throw these just in there, and same with those. So now we've got one piglin interested, but I bet we could get some more. But first we have to deal with this guy, because he's going to be mad at me no matter what. But if I hurt him, he's going to hurt me. So we're just going to get above him, and just pour that over there. He's going to burn. So pro tip, you have to kill piglin brutes, but you can't have them. Also, oh, look at the baby striders. It's so cute. Okay, so we're just looking for more piglins. I think I saw a couple up here that we could probably go for. Yeah, he's up there. He's pretty fine. But we could also just have this one guy. Yeah, we'll set up a chest right here, because there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to pick up. We're not necessarily going to want it, but we should store it. So, oh, if we use a chest, we'll anger them. Okay, pro tip. Here's what you do when you're at a piglin place. You make a barrel, and they can't be mad at you for using a barrel. I don't think. I've never tested. Is he mad at that? I don't think so. Oh, he is. Wait, no, he's going in there. Oh, look at that animation. Get in the hole. Okay, you too, friend. You too. Get in the hole. You see me over here? Oh god, so many see me over here. Oh god, what makes you so mad with me? Was it just that I was in his way? Did he genuinely just hurt me because I was on the way from him to the gold? I've never seen that behavior before. Okay, so throw some gold in there. Okay, in you go, fellas. Especially you. Chat, is that how piglins work? Or is this a RealismCraft thing? Can you take that axe? I really want to. It costs $25 at McDonald's for me, my BF, and my 2-year-old. Yeah, McDonald's has done this clever thing in my mind of convincing you that, like, okay, this is now not real talk. This is like borderline conspiracy economic talk here. So just ignore this if you want to be a more informed person. But I think that one of the downsides of the moves to a cashless world, I love cashless on a personal level, but one of the downsides is now people are much less aware when they're spending money, and it means that the price of things, you know, what matters more when you're deciding to spend money, unlike the way you should probably decide whether to spend money is how much things cost. That's how rational actors work. But in a cashless society, you don't even notice how much you're spending until you look at your bank later. And so it needs to feel good at the time, and it needs to not feel terrible way after the fact. Okay, so we're gonna hopefully end up with a lot of good stuff. I just want some ender pearls, chat. I'm gonna level with you here. I just want some ender pearls. They're not that unlikely, so hopefully I end up with some. And that is another piglin who's just come down. Oh, ender pearls! We got 3. I hope we get more than that. I gave you guys so much gold. You've got to do better than 3. Actually, I see one over there. So if I go over here, if I break this block. Yeah, 5 ender pearls. Okay. And also soul speed. Chat, how much do you like soul speed? What's your... Oh, so have you run out of gold already? You can't have. You can't have ran out of gold. That's not acceptable. Oh, I've got 43 more. Okay. Sorry about that. Keep trading. IVX Toy Cats, speedrunning, while also not speedrunning. Yeah, we're just doing a casual beat Minecraft quickly, but not like so quickly we miss all the fun things. Like I'm going and I'm defeating some structures here and there. You know, getting some fun stuff done. So, I now have 9 ender pearls. So we're basically done as far as the main stretch of the game goes, which is nice. I don't think I'm going to use soul speed or... Actually, gravel I think I want to keep. But crying obsidian, nah. Never quartz, nah. Never brick, all this stuff. Okay, so what do we got now? I'm hoping we'll soon be able to say that we've got all the ender pearls we need. But I think 9 is also a decent number. There's just so many piglins. Hey, 12. Okay, we're good. So we'll now unload all the garbage. I hate to say some of this is garbage, but let's be real, it's not garbage. Unload it right into there. I think blackstone's more important than gravel. And then we'll keep a couple of these, so that way if we do fall into lava, we don't die. So 3 minutes of fire resistance, nice. Okay, so now we go further in the... Actually, should we just go that way? Should we just jump into the nether, chat? This is a dangerous move, but do you want to just do it? No, it always feels worse than it is. Like getting out of there feels like you're drowning or something. So I'll just move this way and get ready to drink if I need to. That is the way that you're meant to play this game. It's a RealismCraft thing. Soul speed being a boot enchant is what makes it not worth it in my eyes. There's other boot enchants that are more worth it. I think you can put soul speed on with all the other boot enchantments though, for what it's worth. Tell me the room is cooled off a bit. The sun must be below the horizon by now. Oh, I can actually check the temperature. It is currently 29 degrees in here. That's not bad. It was 33 earlier and it was 31 when I started the stream. So hopefully by the time we finish, it'll be like a cool 27 degrees inside here. I've got the right windows open, I think. But yeah, the sun not being out makes such a huge difference. It's that thing you were saying, Dasher, about like how cities just feel warmer than their counterparts. There's just a feeling to it. So this isn't the right way that I want to leave this place, but I don't see any other real option besides going up there. Actually, I want to go open that chest. It's a poor decision for... Actually, you know what, let's kill this piglin first. I'm sorry to unalive you this way, but you need to understand that it's better for both of us if you're not alive. And so, then we're gonna go open this chest right here. It's a nice easy one. There's some arrows. There's a banner pattern. There's a block of iron. I'll take the block of iron, I guess. Chat, what are you meant to do with this much iron besides craft an anvil? Maybe I just craft the anvil, make some nice boots. But yeah, getting out there, I guess I'll go that way. Just looking for a nether fortress. Just looking for a nether fortress. Cities are often actually warmer because of the asphalt absorbing sunlight. Yeah, that's what I kind of mean is like the sun being on you feels more oppressive because you're not just getting the sun's heat right now, you're getting the sun's heat from all day. And so nighttime temperatures are warmer, but also daytime temperatures get warmer from that too. And it means that the shade is artificially warm relative to what it probably should be, which is bad. Speaking of relatively bad, let's not die to a skeleton. Oh, that's a skeleton too. There's another Enderman, but guess what, chat? We don't need to worry about those. It's interesting how long they spend not drawing their bow back on this animation. But yeah, I'm just gonna get out of it. Hopefully. That's my plan. And hopefully find a nether fortress. You can't find a nether fortress that close to a bastion in theory. In reality, I find it's a bit different. But let's hope, let's pray, and let's believe, chat. What are we gonna find today? Nope, no, nothing very good. Just a whole lot of dead end. I'm gonna go this way just for a second, right? So, yeah, I think if I just mine through this wall, I probably should have a better pickaxe by now, but I don't. It's fine though, and it'll do great. You're lucky you've not melted yet. I can't live without AC. With how awful the summer is in the southern USA. Yeah, you know what's crazy about the south of the USA is like air conditioning is a recent invention, and people used to live there, right? I wonder how they did it. Like, was it just accepted that people would die of heat stroke in large numbers? Or are humans just weak today because now that we know that air conditioning can exist, our bodies are like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we living without the thing? You know, it's like your body craves chocolate bars, not because chocolate bars are what you naturally need to eat, but because once your body knows that chocolate bars exist, why are you going to eat a granola bar or something? Like, what's the deal with that? So, make a iron pick with your new iron blocks, says Poppy. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm never going to have a problem with pickaxe usage, so I don't need to worry too much. Is that a fortress, actually? Wait, chat. Yeah, it is! I'm so glad I went this way. I was starting to feel really stupid. I was starting to feel like one of the most stupid. But over there... Okay, right or left? Chat, you get to decide. Right here, right now. Right or left? We'll do it by vague poll. I'm going to let you decide. Cold water tastes so good right now. Oh. Okay, so right, left. Okay, a few more lefts. I think being able to stay next to this wall is going to be nice. It's obviously going to run out at some point. Oh, I have to go into a basalt delta. That might shift my perspective. Yeah, okay, you know what? If it's a basalt delta sooner on the left, I'm going right. I'm going to make a little makeshift one of these. Just to keep myself safe. I'm going to eat one of these. And I'm going to pick a block which doesn't die when exploded by ghasts. That way ghasts don't worry me. Also, if we take our blackstone, we can turn it into polished blackstone. And polished blackstone just looks slightly nicer. No other reason. And we'll just place a few blocks. Try to make our way over there. Go leftant, says Dasher. Leftant sounds good to me. How have you been doing anyway, Dasher? I believe we missed you on the last couple days of 1.21-ness. Or at least the second last, the penultimate. Have you been up to good things? It is summer, right? So it's in theory this is the time to be doing the fun stuff. It's odd to me that that's true, but people really do just wake up in a whole new way for summer. I don't know if it's like an increased amount of sporting events, or if the sporting events are the other way around, if those happen because there's more people to watch them. But yeah, it's fascinating to me. Fans have been a thing for a very long time. They were just hand-powered before they were electric. Yeah, but like, the person hand-powering the fan would get it would also get warm. Unless you're saying, like, the one where you go like this. Oh, that is nice, actually. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you know, okay, that's, I'll just do that, then. So I don't want that blaze to hit me. If that blaze fires at me, I think I'm... Actually, let's just shoot the blaze. If I shoot the blaze, he can't shoot me. This is, only way to stop a bad projectile firing mob is a good projectile firing toy cat. Okay, we got this, we got this. I just got an ad for experts in safety, then came back to toy cat bridging over lava. YouTube's nothing if not understanding off the meme. Okay, so now we're gonna go around this thing. I'm gonna break a block here. Oh, that's terrifying. Gonna just put that block back over there. Break a few blocks around here. And the goal is just to find a chest. You know, I think we can probably kill this guy. I'm gonna place blocks over here just in case he does knock me back somehow. But it looks like he's coming to a spot where I can... Oh, a wither skull! First time. This always happens when I'm doing challenge runs, chat. I always get the 1 in 40 when I have precisely 0 way to use it. So interested. Oh. Yeah. Got a wither skull. So I'm just gonna run through here. I'm gonna place these every now and then. This is my wither skeleton defense strategy. And just switch this out for some netherrack. Because I sense you round that corner. So yeah, wither skeletons are 3 blocks tall, which means they can't get you. And even when he stomps around real mad like that, look how cool they... Honestly, this is such a cool redesign. I said the nether was basically the same. But this mob and the piglin brute really changed my mind on that. Very, very cool looking. The little sparks after death too. Pretty cool stuff. So we're gonna just place one of those over there. Place one of those over there, and then we're gonna finish you before you hurt me. And what's in this chest? Some gold. Don't need any gold, but I appreciate the... Oh, no, no, my diamond sword! My diamond sword, I dropped it! Trying to deal with you. So what I'm gonna do, actually, is I'm gonna have to re-drop something. I guess a blaze rod, so I can pick up my sword. And then we'll drop something else for them. So inventory management, always a crisis for me, chat. But I think all we have to do is start... deliberately fill up our inventory, but also take advantage of stuff like fire resistant splash. Let's just drink that now. Let's just have that on my head. Now blazes can do far less damage to me. Then we'll replace this with this. And oh, that's a regular skeleton right there. So I can go around killing some blazes. Nice and easy. Good stuff. It's a little dark in here. Not a huge fan of that. Ignore us while in the nether, please, says Dasher. Thank you. I appreciate the very good advice. I appreciate it a lot. It's the hardest thing for me to do, but it's the most important thing for me to hear, Dasher. Okay, come get me. Come get me. I bet you won't. So this part of the Nether Fortress... Oh, it's over there that it connects. Okie dokie. You don't do this anymore. So we're going to make a nice little another safe zone. Right here. Okay, so I'm going to kill you first. Because you are on the other side of the safe spot. Then I'm going to kill you. I kind of want to get the wither to spawn now, chat. I don't want to fight the wither. I just want to spawn the wither. Do you see that over there, by the way? Oh, we got a broken texture. I don't know what it must be. It must be like a certain phase of Neverwalk growth. But as you can see, we got something broken. Missing texture, turn around. Okay, very beautiful. Just here for a couple more blaze rods, and then we're good to get out of the Nether, honestly. Do I have enough obsidian for it? I'm like too short. I do not have enough by 2, I guess is the correct way to word that one. And we're just gonna keep looking around for you fellas, because I like you, and I like the things you drop. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. So, yeah, Dasher, do you know where my original portal was? I feel like it's so far away. But if I heard it was closer, I'd feel good about that. Okay, we're gonna get our blaze rods right here, right now. There's no way there is a delay. Okay, so we're gonna just block this up. Now no other mobs are coming to get me. And now we can kill you and we're good. 48, 46. So we're literally 750 blocks away. So if I can find a ruined portal, I have enough to, like, finish it. But I can't start one. I could trade for more obsidian, but that's a bit of a pain. I could try and get a diamond, and then I could mine obsidian. But even then, there's not enough obsidian in the nether. That's one of my criticisms. If there was more obsidian in the nether, I would enjoy myself more. Also, why'd I come out here? This is where the dangerous mobs are. I can just hang out right here where I know that I'll be fine. So let's just hang out right here where I know I'll be fine. The spawner is very intense, very, very well lit. So we're going that way to get out, and then this way too. So we should go to... Oh, okay, there's a lot of mobs. I should not have let this happen. This is all on me. I'll totally conclude this is a me problem. I let this happen, chat. I should not have let this happen. If you don't deal with your problems while they're happening, they'll balloon out of control, and then you won't be able to deal with them anymore. And this is exactly what has happened to me. That was something bad behind me. I'm good. It's out there. Ooh, 8 blaze rods. I'm safe, chat. I'm safe. I'm going to eat, and I'm going to come out the way that I got in. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go out the way I came. It is a little bit intense to do so. Okay, it's over there I came in from. It always feels a little intense to do that, because, like, what if something bad has spawned behind you? Always a possibility, true. But at the same time, I just feel like I've got... Okay. Oh, so badly knocked back by that blaze. I just feel like I've got this, you know? Maybe wrongly, but I feel like I've got this. Get some more blaze rods in me. Oh, no, I don't got this. I don't got it. I don't got this, chat. Okay, so, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place... No! Why did I place the blocks? It's all... No! I should have sat, and I should have waited. I got cornered. The shield just... I didn't know that the shield worked against blaze fireballs. Oh, no. Do you think it's worth it? Never wins again. Never always wins. It's the fun game. The bedrock never has such a high mob spawn count that you have you have to treat it like an entirely different thing. You have to be ready with these little cubby holes and these, like, there's a lot of different strategies you need to make it work. I did not use them, and I am paying the price. So 1 pork chop will be good. We'll grab some blocks from here. I'm sure I've got some hanging around. 2 of that, 3 of that, 1 of these. And all of my stuff will be nicely sitting in a little corner. So that's the good news. As long as my ender pearls didn't die, I'm going to be just fine. So we're going to grab a sword of some description. And yeah, that's probably all we need. I'll kill some rabbits, actually. You know what? They look so cute, how can we not kill them, right? So we'll just grab a rabbit, and we'll just cook a single one of these up with 3 of these sticks, and it'll be good to go. Imagine dying and Dasher hovers over you and goes 19.937 degrees north and 9.7 west. You know, that's what happens in real life. When you die, Dasher comes up to you, and she's like, these are the coordinates. And you're like, what am I going to do with this? And you're like, that is not my job. My job is to tell you where you died, and this is where it is. I'm going to go start building for the day. Have a good stream. You were quite personable. Thank you, Miller's Mausoleum. I hope that you had a good one. I also hope that you have a nice cold one. I hope that it's cold for the rest of your life, and that you never have to feel too hot again. Because feeling too hot is bad. Unless you're a laundry model. If you love the lingerie, and you wear it, and it is your job to be hot, then I hope you a many a hot season. I hope that your hot seasons never end. But otherwise, you know, ripperonis. So I think I went this way, and then I kind of curved round. I think that's the path I have to follow back. I don't think it's too bad of a route to follow to my death. Also, David Solomano, good to see you. Toycat is quite personable. Miller's Mausoleum. You know, it's funny, personable is such a weird phrase that people use. Like, everyone has a personality. I've yet to meet anyone without one. I think that people like the idea of like putting yourself out there a bit. And that is a surprisingly hard thing to do. If you do put yourself out there, some people use your vulnerability as an opportunity to attack you. Sometimes you'll tell someone a really personal story and they'll laugh it off. You know, no experience on that one. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Yeah, at the same time, I think that people admire it for that reason. Like, it is something that is hard to do, but helps people understand you. It's an important thing. It's an important part of, I don't know, being a person, I guess. I just think it's weird at the same time that it is. I know it's something that, like, I think most people will still dislike. And also it's weird because it's like, it's definitely like just expected that you don't do it in professional settings, right? There's like a different type of personable you need to be there, like a vulnerable that involves no actual vulnerability. But then that's a whole different point. Are ghasts supposed to be floating skulls IRL? I mean, when you go to hell in real life, you'll have to tell me. I feel like the rules of hell depend on the denomination of Christianity you follow. Also, I think going back for that cooked rabbit was a good decision. Like, I'd been able to come back, but now I'm coming back with full health and full hunger, which will just aid my getting of the stuff that tiny little bit, right? Just that tiny little extra bit of help that I'm sure we'll need. So, I thought Soul is count players dies. Souls is count player dies. Okay, allies have absolutely terrible self-preservation for a mob that spawns so rarely. They have really, really, really good health regen. You can utilize that, in fact, to make a really good silverfish farm if you want to. Does anyone want to? Let's be honest, no. You know, it's the real shame. Silverfish were like, it's our update. People are gonna have to use us. Now, okay, I just want to break this. Should have brought pickaxe. My biggest regret in life now is not having a pickaxe at this very moment. But we got it. We're in. Please don't be any blazes defending my stuff or any fire to light it. Okay, there's no fire. We're good. That is all in. Oh, that's a wither skeleton. I don't know how that happened. Just need to get my armor on. My shield up. Oh, okay. We're crouched. Crouched and shielded. Crouched and shielded. Okay. So now I'm very, very safe. I'm going to just reorganize my hotbar from scratch. So crossbow, far left slot. It's useful. Then diamond sword. Don't have my diamond sword. Gonna go back and get that. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. We'll grab a pickaxe first. Don't have a pickaxe. Okay, I need to go back there, but I don't have a pickaxe, chat. I'm starting to see the pains of my decisions. So I'm gonna eat my last cooked pork chop. Okay, that's good. I think I have some other food on me. Don't know that I do. I have such a bizarre inventory right now. But I think this is my plan, chat. I'm gonna get over there by exploding it, except I might lose my diamond sword if I do that. Do I have my blaze rods? Do I have my ender pearls? I don't need anything else. But I would like anything else. So that's what I'm gonna go get. Gonna break this right here. And then I'm going to see. Okay, I'm gonna just put the torch lever down there. Okay. So I'm gonna grab all the last stuff, which must be sitting in that corner, logically speaking. Did I pick it up? I feel like I didn't. Okay. And then we're gonna crouch right here. Wait for the blaze to come get me. Oh, it's bad, chat. It's bad, chat. Oh, they can burn you. I knew they could. I was right to be paranoid before. I was right to be paranoid about precisely this scenario happening. And I was not paranoid enough. No, 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 no. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. No! Why? Ah! I should have gotten out. I should have gotten out. There was a real weakness in what just happened there. Okay, I can't go back without food. It's the Toy Cat Death Loop. There's such a this is I want to use this as an opportunity actually. Chat. I've just died in the most painful way possible, and then I've died getting my stuff back. What could I possibly enjoy about doing this? I think a lot of people with Keep Inventory would argue you are punishing yourself for something you did not do wrong. You're making your game less fun this way. But I actually kind of like it, right? I wish that I didn't make this mistake. I'm not going to argue like, oh, it's actually really fun. Also, is that cow? Oh, he's doing cute. No one's ever going to argue like, oh, it's actually more fun. You should actually deliberately like die in the nether just to add some joy to your life. But actually, you know, the strategy of like, how will I get back there and get out? There's a limited amount of time that I've got to make some decisions in. This time I might have lost enough that it has actually ruined my decisions. The boy who lived has come to die again. Throw some raw beef in there. Throw a couple of those in after it. See if that's good enough. Yeah, there is this real, there's this real opinion I have. At least your sword won't despawn. Yeah, that's the good news. There's a real chance I lost my ender pearls or my blaze rods, at which point we might be screwed. But yeah, so it's an opportunity to get some ice cream if you have it. I actually don't have any ice cream. Okay, so yeah, my ice has entirely become water now. It's still cold water though, so it's gonna rub that on my face. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, just making sure that wasn't some bizarre ice cream comment. Yeah, I don't have any ice cream, and I feel like I don't want ice cream right now anyway. I feel like ice cream... This is a bizarre thing. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a hot day, better get some ice cream. It doesn't work that way for me. Maybe I'm the bizarre one. But to me, ice cream is like a delicious, creamy treat. It's like it's a dessert. It fills me up. It makes me feel... You know, like it's a... I don't want to feel full from ice cream on a hot day. But I think maybe I'm the one that does things wrong. Maybe it's time for a refresh in your ice. I'm actually going to see how my ice in here is doing. Oh, it's still holding up. So I'll pour my water into my ice. Okay, and now I can drink my watery ice. Will Skeleton has your sword, and I'm here for the death loops. Thank you, Polly. If you're here for the death loops, you're going to have them. So at this point, what could I possibly be enjoying about the Minecraft experience? But the answer is like, well, if I lost everything, right? It wouldn't be disastrous. But the fact that I have to fight for it will make the end result more fun. At least I think so. I think when you give yourself anything for free, you're like, oh, this is so handy, actually. But that's also... I know, it's like it's the question of, do you think that everything in life should be easy? When everything is too easy, you don't activate certain parts of your brain. When even video games, which are designed to be, you know, like fun, the really, really fun ones, the addictive ones, are the ones that make you problem solve. They make you problem solve for your own benefits. And so like sometimes turning up the difficulty will make a game more fun because you're having to actually play it more. Sometimes not turning down the difficulty is the same thing. Knowing that you can do knowing that even though you face the threat of immortal death at any time, knowing that is true, it's still worth doing to me. Struggle equals better feeling, hence why I only play hardcore. Yeah, a lot of people love hardcore for that reason. That very, very specific reason. Okay, I think I'm going the wrong way, chat. I don't know for sure, but I feel like I didn't end up over here before. Okay, this time the death loop's ending, chat. There's no more death loop. There's death good. That's what's happening from here on out. Okay, I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna be great. I'm not gonna get blasted. Okay, I'm gonna eat just while I can. This time I think I brought the right amount of food for this situation too. I think I'm gonna use one more beef on my regeneration, and then I'm not too sure after that. So yeah, to escape the loop, you must change your decisions in life. Exactly. To escape the loop, I must become the loop. Is another way to word that. But yeah, I think as easy as it is sometimes to take the easy way out, you often benefit from taking the hard way out. My boyfriend was Java only till we played on Bedrock together. That poor man struggled so hard on Bedrock, we had to make our world peaceful. I admire you for compromising to peaceful for him. It's I feel like Bedrock is actually easier in some ways. If you know what, the whole spam thing is what people love. But it has so much difficulty that people don't realize. There's a lot of extra difficulty in it. Okay, so I'm throwing away these items. I'm eating this. I'm charging in, chat. That diamond sword with a skeleton, he's going down. And as long as I have my ender pearls and my blaze rods, I'm going up. So you better get this party started. Okay, I don't have my blaze. Oh, I do. Okay, shield on. I've got ender pearls still. And I guess blaze rods are the less valuable of the two things. Okay, let's do this. Oh, it's scary up here. I don't know why I have 2 wooden swords. I guess it's from last time and this time. Okay, so I'm gonna drink a fire resistance potion. That's good. Then I'm going to murder my way through back to that wither skeleton that apparently has my diamond sword. Okay, he's got my wither skull. Look how terrifying that is, chat. Oh, God. Don't like that at all. And, oh, there we go. Nice little corner. So, yeah, apparently there's a wither skeleton walking around with my sword. I don't know that I would see him, though. I don't know that I can spot that that's true. Yep, no diamond sword. That's fine. I have my diamonds. I don't have my diamonds. Okay, so we got as much as we could hope for, I think. We got fine out of that. Like, we got the ender pearls, so the run is recoverable. But without the diamonds, we're definitely going to be making a very different type of run. Okay, so we need to go get blaze rods again. That's fun. You know, I always looking for another opportunity to get blaze rods. I'm always saying that, chat. I'm always saying I sometimes get bored once I've got my blaze rods. I just want to get some more, you know. It's sad you only go there once. And I'm glad that Minecraft was listening the last time I said that. So we need to get 6 blaze rods minimum. We'll go for 7 though. It's always a good, healthy number. And so just running through this place. Oh, I do not like the fact that he has picked that up. Oh, there's my diamond sword guy. Okay, there's my sword, chat. I have to get it. I have to. Check behind me, make sure it's safe. Murder. Oh, he's got my helmet too. So right now, okay, we got it, we're fine. Okay, it's good. We're good. Oh, that scared me. Oh.
Hi, I just wanted to beat the 3 donation for this week by a single penny.
Barry B. Benson, thank you very much. I hope that you, I hope that you feel like you are now not just. I feel like getting something on a technicality is kind of nice in that little way, and I hope that you hope you got some good feelings from it. And if you don't, then I hope that I can give you some. How do I give you good feelings? What do I have to do? What set of things can I do from my brain to yours to make things good for you, Mr. Barry B? Okay, so we got our netherrack. We've got a couple of blazes. We'll get the wither skeleton between us and him. And them, I guess. There are lots of them. Then we're gonna go do this. I've got fire protection, so I don't have to worry about any of this craziness. I'm just in this for the blaze rods. Give me blaze rods, or give me death. But please don't give me death. Please, specifically the blaze rods is what I'm really asking for there. Okay. It's gonna go good this time, chat. You waste your extra penny by not using your letter count with meow. Yeah, Barry B. Benson, we have proven that the best value for £10 is adding meow in there. But thank you anyway. I appreciate the tip. I'm glad that you saw marginal utility value in becoming a tipper. And I hope, okay, I hope that you also see marginal utility value in spending your time with us today. I have had a very interesting day, and I hope that it continues to get interesting. I believe in you. This run will be a success. Yeah, I'm just excited for the end fight. I don't even need to beat the dragon. I just need to have an interesting time fighting her. Because it's going to look really cool. And everyone knows when things look cool, they are cool. It's just the way the universe works. So I'm going to place... Okay, my fire resistance just ran out. Very good time for it to do so. Okay, so fight. Oh, okay, this is really bad, chat. Really bad. Okay, I have sealed myself into a box. This is what you do when things get bad. Is you run away from them, and with it, your problems. Now the blazes will come into a little hole for me. And okay, I'm going to use one last fire resistance potion. And I'll use this just to help me finish off some blazes here or there. I think we'll have our 6 blaze rods just now, I think, anyway. What's on the other side of that? Is it a piglin? No, it's a skeleton. With an enchanted bow, maybe? Or maybe they just look like that. It's hard to say for sure. But yeah, let's go for this. Okay, you can fight me all you like, but you're not gonna win. Oh, actually, you might have to take that back. Okay, am I good now? I think I'm good now, chat. I think we just have to get out of here in one piece. I think we can do that. Okay, yeah, I think we can do it. Let's craft our blaze rods and ender pearls together. Just make 12 or make like 10. That way we've got more items to spread our gains across. And now let's think about how we want to escape this. Oh, okay, not like that, that's for sure. Okay, I'm running away. That's how I'm escaping this. Escape by run. So going through the Nether Fortress didn't work for me last time. But I'm just gonna do it again. I'm just gonna do it again. You know, just because something doesn't work once, it doesn't mean it's never gonna work again. And that is why I am running away from here. And it looks like it's working. Looks like it's working. I'm out. It's over. No more can this place torment me. Where did that break? Okay, I thought that was a breeze, but it was a blaze. But it was just my own insecurities. So I'm just gonna jump up here and run across here. Okay, as long as there's no ghast, and as long as I can make it back across the fields of soul sand, I'm good to go, chat. Okay, we did it. We did it. Yeah. Ender chest. Yeah, funnily enough, I think if you have 8 obsidian, making an ender chest isn't a terrible investment. If you're just trying to get out, you just drop your stuff in it and die. I think it's not a bad idea. Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. No, I've heard a lot of people from my comments say stuff like, yeah, so we have keep inventory on my server, but people always abuse it, and they'll just use it to teleport back to base. And there is something about that, like cheapening of death. The cheapening of consequences cheapens, I think, most games for most people. I think a lot of people need to feel like there is some consequence that happens. I think that's why a lot of people get upset. Like, I don't, not that I think they're right for this, by the way. But I think there's an interest. Oh, look at the bow animation. I think there's a really interesting piece of human psychology, which is that a lot of people in non-Nordic countries think it's like actively disgusting that they treat prisoners so well. They're like, yeah, we give them saunas and modern games consoles because, you know, the thing we're taking away is their freedom. We're not trying to actively make them have a terrible time. Whereas, especially if you're in a Commonwealth country, it's an expectation that prison is a punishment. It's not a, like these are bad people who did bad things to some extent. And if prison's gonna be like summer camp, then why am I not just going to prison anyway? Like people feel like the version of the game they were sold is not the fair version of the game they're playing. It's like, the real reason that most people don't steal is because they don't find it to be morally acceptable. But there's also a bit of it that's like, yeah, I know if I stole, that I would go to the really bad place for a really long time, and I don't really want to be in the really bad place for a really long time. There's a certain element of that to it. So I'm in banana bread for the first time in a while, and wow, this stuff is amazingly good. I can't get down with banana bread. I feel like it, it tricks you by saying it's bread, right? This is gonna blow everyone's mind. It's gonna shock you all This is my truth, and I'm going to speak it right now. But banana bread is a fabrication. It's not really bread, it's banana cake. If you sold it as banana cake, you'd be like, why is this so bad relative to all the other cakes? I love like a good carrot cake, a good like walnut cake. I love cheesecake. I love lots of cakes. I love cakes because they're honest to me. You know what I don't like? I don't like cakes that are dishonest to me. So yeah, meeting is over. Boss is annoying. It was good to see you chase Jimmy, Minnesota. I hope you had a good time here today. I hope that you're having a good time in general. It's I imagine Minnesota gets really warm. It's kind of crazy that most places that get really cold also get really warm. It sounds like one of the biggest curses in life. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm lucky that the UK, like, you know, we get relatively not that cold and relatively not that hot. You know, the fact that it is so bad when we get this warm is a sign as to how relatively infrequent this amount of warmth is. Okay, I just want to get out there. I didn't think it would take me so long, but here we are. I'm in a cave, never mind. I mean, I'll eventually be home. I might have to break all of the blocks to get there, but we will eventually get home. I feel like it'd be faster to sprint in the open than to dig in a cave, but it is much safer to go the cave way, chat. So I'm not entirely mad with this. No, some animals get depressed from the confined environment and might even unalive themselves or die. So it has beef with banana bread of all things. I have beef with a lot of things. You know, it's you know the thing about the toupee? I had beef with the concept of people who hate makeup. People are like, I think makeup looks so bad on women, I prefer it when people look natural. It's like, no, you prefer when you don't think that people are wearing a thing. That's different to when people aren't actually wearing it. Yeah, I know, it's, I think people who trust their own senses, even when they know that they must be wrong about things sometimes, those are the untrustworthy people. If you can't even work out that sometimes you're wrong, then I can't trust you anytime you think you're right, because you haven't even considered that you might be wrong about it, right? Whereas if you're like actually scientific methoding yourself. Also, I think we must be going down or up to get where we want to go. Okay, what's up? Oh, there we go. We're in the right place, chat. Okay. No, we're not. Okay, just gonna jimmy around this. Okay. I've never had such a hard time dealing with this. Okay, let's just come up way over here, where nothing can hurt me and everything is okay. Okay, we're just gonna climb over that lava and then get out of this situation. Okay, perfect. So I'm almost home now, chat. I've got just a few obstacles left to avoid. Oh, that's a big obstacle. Yeah, it looks like a fairly big one. You know, let's just do something wild. Let's just make some poor decisions here together, chat. Whee! Okay. Okay. Yep, love a good poor decision stacked into another poor decision. But I think you'll find in that case, just about worked out. Okay, let's get out of here. Don't get hurt by you. Blue magma cube. And then my nether portal is just going to be on the left here. Yeah! We're making it out alive in one piece. It's nice. Okay, let's hop and crouch, and we're good to go. So that's a very bizarre nether portal right there. It's very, very, very strange. Oh, it's because it's... I was like, I thought it was just rendered in weirdly, but it's because of what I put in front of it. Let's go fight the dragon! So, Kat, do you know YouTube is displaying AI-generated summaries of chat now? I'm on mobile, and when I joined, I got a white box telling me the channel is discussing different cakes and the enumerate. Okay, so let's chat. Let's deliberately try and set up a way to make that as confusing as possible for someone joining the stream right now. What is the weirdest thing we could possibly talk about that we can actually talk about? Let's work it out, chat. Let's really come at this with our best and our brightest. Okay, so we're going this way, positive, negative. And we're just going to run that way till we find a village. When we find a village, we'll throw another one, and then eventually we'll be in the right spot. So, yeah, AI summaries are wild. There's so much capability for trolls. Apparently my gastro said I couldn't have pork because of his religion. You know, that is pretty fair, right? I mean, if you know, he can't advise you to. No, that's a funny thing. It's the scary thing about doctors, right? Is we trust them with our lives, but for every good doctor, you know, like, you know, there is a bottom tier doctor of every type. It's the same with teachers. Like, for every good teacher, there's a bare minimum teacher. And so it's fun. You know, to be fair, like, it's not like pork is, like, so good for you that you can't live without it. But that's the problem with doctors, right? Is, just like every other human, there's, like, a whole spectrum of what doctors believe about the world. But their viewpoints on how people should live their lives actually will impact how they tell people to live their lives in a very serious and sometimes major way. So we're just gonna drop this down, light you on fire, finish you off, and that's some food for me. 3 pork chops. I'll take it, I guess. Just about in the healing zone, and then just about finishing the healing zone. So this is a giant ruin portal with a lot of golden carrots. Thank God. It was the perfect time to give me golden carrots. So glad they chose that as the moment for it. I'm going to get rid of a lot of this netherrack, and this, and that, and the bones, and the white wool. Actually, white wool, I'll keep that, just in case it comes to it. And the 3 birch planks. And yeah, we're good to go, I think. We should maybe trade our boots out for the feather falling ones. You have no idea when that's going to come in handy. And yeah, I think we're in a good shot. Good spot. So now we get to look at some other overworld structures while we're on the way. So we already saw one of these, chat. But there's actually 2 of these. And actually, that's a lie. There's 3 of these. The game is really bad at minimum distance between structures. And so it looks like this sometimes. I kind of like no minimum distance. But this should feel rare. This shouldn't feel like it's just happening every seed. Oh, this is so bizarre, chat. Look at this. It's so weird. I can't get over how weird it is. So, make sure you have 2 stacks of netherrack. Why 2 stacks of netherrack? It's a very interesting amount to clarify. By the way, have we noticed, there's been no issues. We're playing this at 36 chunks of render distance on an Xbox Series 1X. No issues whatsoever. Gotta say, fairly impressed. Fairly impressed. I'm gonna trade out my helmet now for the gold helmet. I just think that makes sense. It's a little bit of protection. Should help me out that tiny bit better in this ultimate end fight that we're about to do. I don't think I want anything here. Although I have a saddle, right? No, I lost the saddle in the nether. Sad. So yeah, we got another ruin portal right next to that previous ruin portal. There's just ruin portals all over the world. And also more geese. There's so many geese up there. Very, very cute way to add realism to a Minecraft world. So this is my 10th obsidian, and this is, it's so good, but I'm not going to take it. I don't think there's many projectiles I'm dealing with. So we're going to light this buffalo on fire. What do you think the buffalo drops? Buffalo meat? You better drop buffalo meat. Oh, no, raw beef. That is not what... Actually, is that how... Chat, is a buffalo just a cow in disguise? I don't know. So if people keep proving the chat summary, then what would the summary read? Yeah, everyone talk about the chat summary until the chat summary says, the chat is discussing the chat summary. Let's make it as meta as possible for anyone joining the stream. Love this idea. It should drop Buffalo Wild Wings. Exactly, Mallow Cream. It's the only thing that anything should be dropping. Yeah, I love this this anticipation as we're on our way to fight the dragon, by the way. It's like a little end stretch of the game. We've just got to make... We got made it through most of the game. We just got to make it through this very last little piece. Can we do it? It's a hard question. Or it's a question with a hard answer. I'm going to have to sleep in this village, which is hard because there's a bunch of zombies hanging around it. It'd be a fun project to kill them all at some point. But I shan't do it. Instead, I'm just going to kill you and sleep in your house. Great. Wonderful. It's a white bed. Not my favorite. But hard times, hard measures. Do you think that there's a stronghold below this village, chat? Make your guesses right now. And we'll see if you're right. Okay, so I'm going to throw it right here. I'm going to guess that it is. It just seems logical that it would be. Yep, underneath that village right there. So we're going to go to the center. We're going to follow this line till it gets to the closest thing to the center. Actually, it's leading me right to the center of the village. I've slept in the village now. I can put some stuff down, but I'll just dig down in a way that is fairly safe. So I'm not going to use these TNT any other way. So let's use them for something fun. And let's drop one here. Quickly pick that thing up. And do you want to hurt me, Mr. Zombie? Nah, it's not happening, is it? And then we'll try the same over here. Quickly pick that up. Oh, didn't get it. Oh, there's a creeper, adding to the fun. And so now we could do one more of these, but we don't actually need to. Let's just use that shovel we picked up with this pickaxe we picked up. And let's go underground. Oh, this shovel looks so weird, chat. Ugh. I'm not sure I'm a fan. So now we'll just make a staircase. Going down. Should be easy. Shouldn't be too hard. Speaking of not too easy, Matt Waddinson. What fruit will be added to Minecraft? That's a good question. We have apples right now, so how long is it till we get tomatoes? That's my question. It shouldn't be too long, right? It's a matter of time, I reckon. Speaking of a matter of time, we don't have any torches on us. Make sure we pick those up. And place one down. Yeah, I think whenever I hear stuff like this, though, I'm just like, why? Do we really need that? It's a tomato's gonna add to the game in any way? Or is this the hole in your, you know, is the idea of adding pineapples to Minecraft filling that hole in your soul, that's not actually going to be filled by Minecraft, you know? It's not going to be filled by them adding fruits. You know, take it from me. I spent years wanting a cave update in Minecraft. Then they finally added a cave update, chat. They finally did it. But you know what? Do you want to know the craziest bit? Is once they added the cave update, then I realized that was it. The caves weren't as updated as I'd like. We didn't get everything that I wanted from a cave update. But what can you ask for now? Can you ask for a cave update too? You can't do it. Once your dreams have been achieved, there's nothing more to achieve. But what if your dreams weren't everything that you hoped? So Cat asking for a cave update feels so vintage. Yeah, it's been a good like 5 years now, huh? It's crazy. You know, it's crazy that people who might have heard me talking about, you know, like my dumb thoughts on presidents in 2012, or people who might have heard me talking about like all these things from way back in the day. People could have watched that and then genuinely become an adult in that time. Like every now and then someone will be like, I've been watching a video since I was 7. I'm working as a plumber now or whatever. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, that can work that way, huh? It really does make me think about my, like a lot of people talk about like being responsible because children are watching. And I think that's so dumb. Like children actively want to watch things that you don't want to tell them to. So no matter how much you try to be like, oh, I'm just going to do this just in case a child's watching. It's like you're just going to discourage children from doing the thing. Or from watching the thing, not from doing the thing. But you know, so I think it's like a silly goal almost. But one of the things I do think of as being like responsible is like, actually, one of the things that helped me out a lot when I was younger on YouTube is hearing people, you know, hearing adults talk about real stuff in a real way. There's going to be some silfish that spawn, aren't they? Oh, no, we're good. So that actually worked out fairly well for me, all things considered. Yeah, nice. I'm going to make the pathway here more obvious now, just in case we die. You know, I'm saying just in case, like it's not a high likelihood at this point, but just in case, we need to make sure the pathway is very obvious. Just no way that we can make a wrong turn. So nothing over there. Oh, right over here. We're good. I'm now going to move some lava into a random hole somewhere, like right there, just to light up this corridor, you know? And then we'll make a hole through there so we can see the other side of it. There we go. And now there's light in the corridor. Look what a nice change that is. And then we're going to throw our IF enders in. Ooh. And we're going to do it. So one of the things people really talking about like real stuff in a real way. I found that to be so much more useful than people like specifically talking to children. And that's why I've always tried to be real in certain things. But every now and then there's something where it's like, okay, here is the specific advice you want to give for this specific situation. Just from what's gone through. And I hope that in that way you can kind of trust it. Am I the only French person in chat, says Nico? I certainly hope so. Let's go to the end. I'm excited, chat. Are you excited? We're gonna go, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's something special, isn't it? That's something real special. Let's see how many arrows we got. We got no arrows. Oh. Ah, you don't need arrows to kill the dragon. Yeah, that's a conspiracy that you need to have arrows for this. So what we're gonna do is we're going to climb out of here, and we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna kill the dragon. We're gonna go towards the dragon rather than away from the dragon, and we're gonna make this a nice, easily repeatable thing in case we die. You know, there's a little bit of a history of that in my family of death. But yeah, poor Nico says Dasher. Nico, I hope you appreciate my humor. I hope that you'd also understand. Imagine if that was a beginner dragon to go with the ender dragon, but it was your buddy. I think we all secretly want a beginner dragon in this world. I think that's all we really want. Okay, so Mr. Dragon, would you like to come and play? Of course you would. Let's fight you today. Oh, okay. So yeah, the way the dragon works in base game Minecraft is you can kill the dragon without taking down the towers. It's a bedrock thing, whether it's a bug or whether it's just, you know, like it's meant to be easier versus not doable at all. Your decision as to how you want to see things. But yeah, I'm just gonna stack up right here, and I'm gonna take down one tower of myself, unless the dragon comes in again, in which case I'll go in with the dragon. Don't leave, dragon. Don't leave. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do I have food, by the way? I have 9 golden carrots. We're fine. Did I look at a enderman at some point? Oh, this is bad, huh? This is real bad. This is really, really bad when this happens. Okay, I'm getting out of it. Oh, no. Okay, it's over. I hate that you look at an enderman and your whole fight is just over. It's like, yep, that's a GG right there. It's very, very hard to deal with. But it's kind of by intention. Okay, so let's go take our white bed. Let's come all the way down, bring all the resources with us. We'll put this right next to the portal, and we'll do that correctly this time. When did I look at those Enderman chat? Did you spot me doing it? Do I just have like old man memory where I do things and don't remember them? Then it's so pretty, I love it. Yeah, same here. So I really think that it's a beautiful sight, and that's why I'm glad we get to go again. Okay, so here is my thing. I could pick up a sword if I wanted to. I don't want to, but it's nice to know that I could. And then we're just gonna place this right over here. Actually, let's go even closer. Let's put it right on the side. Oh, you can't. Let's make a spot for it right here. Do you think you can make it so you respawn into the portal? I bet you could. I bet you could choose to do it that way. Now we're going to get rid of all of the one-off blocks. And we'll keep the 2 stacks just in case they're relevant. Let's go to the dragon fight. So we're going to try to... It's not this way. We're going to set up a few little places where we can look at Enderman and not die. Just in case it comes to it. I'm not going to eat this rotten flesh. But I am going to eat the dragon for breakfast. Oh no, she's going to eat me for breakfast. That is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Oh, I looked at you. I hope not. Didn't want to. If I didn't want to do it, then I didn't do it. Those are the rules. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna put on the chest plate, and I'm gonna start killing from behind. The dragon's doing some real weird animations right now. I wonder if this actually affects the fight in any way, or if it's just animational changes. So yeah, here's the way you actually meant to do it if you want to have the best odds. I need to get some food, and I need to get it ASAP. Food. Did I look at anything? I looked at an Enderman, chat. I don't know how I possibly looked at an Enderman, but I did, apparently. Okay, so I'm just going to sit right here, and I'm going to grab some golden carrots. Okay, so that's the dragon tail. I'm just eating, and now I'm going to swing into it. So the dragon tail it's just a model. You can't actually hit it. It's useful to know. So I'm going to swing, and I hurt the dragon, and it's going to be great. And she's going to fly. She's going to do a little bit of healing. Oh, actually, look. Okay, she's not really healing. She is healing, though, just not much. She's going to fire some weird purple dust at me. And then eventually she's going to fly in. Doesn't matter that there's no towers down. It's a very lovely situation when this happens. So we're going to start attacking her, and then we're going to put our armor on. And missing this helmet might save my life. I'm missing some leggings, technically, too. We'll be just fine. You stabbed its butt. I love stabbing the butt. I'm trying to cool her down. And we learned earlier that's what you've got to do. My good friend Zero Rules told me about that thing that you can do if you don't believe in rules. Okay, so I'm gonna make a... So yeah, you can see, this is a slow way of killing the dragon, but it is a way of killing the dragon if you're scared of taking down the towers. It's been in the game for like 6 updates now. Don't know why. I don't know if it's intentional. You could theorize that it is not. I think that's probably the safest thing to theorize. Okay, so we're just going to place a bunch of blocks around here, and that way if the Endermans do look at me, I'm safe. But yeah, we just attack the dragon slowly but surely, get our health bar down, and then we'll do a nice big dramatic finale, I think. I think that's my plan here. Okay, so I'm going to try and get my leggings. I want to be wearing full armor for this, if I can be, chat. Where are my leggings at? Do you see my leggings? I can't have just lost leggings. I didn't look at you. I promise you I did not. I give you my absolute word. But I do have a TNT, and I do have the ability to make a little button for it. So we're going to mostly kill the dragon right now. But only mostly, right? So we're going to do a nice big dramatic goodbye in the form of this texture pack's best feature. So we're going to place a block there, place a block there, and then detonate that TNT. Okay, look at this, chat. Look at this. Boom! Oh, that is very disappointing. Boom! It was the TNT that did it. Trust me. Wow! Didn't you love that, chat? Weren't you impressed? The TNT did so much. I am very... Wow, actually, that is a very cool animation. We just defeated the Ender Dragon in RealismCraft, and it only took 3 deaths. You know, maybe 4 if we really chance ourselves here. It's a lot of fun. I do think, having played it all the way through, the gimmick is it's a bunch of fun texture pack stuff with some custom structures loaded on top. I want to play this, but with really good structures. I think structure design is one of the most underappreciated things in Minecraft, and I hope that they one day get it much better. But here's what the end credits look like, and now we can enjoy them roll. I hope that you enjoyed today's live stream. I want to see the end city. You know, I kind of do too, right? You know, do you want to see the end city, chat? Should we go to the end city? It was very handy. You know, yeah, that'll be a better climax for the stream. Let's do it. Let's drop in. Let's grab an ender pearl. Okay, we can't. We're gonna have to swim in. So we need to get some water while we're here. And then well, we could just kill an enderman, I guess. What's easier? It depends on how fast. Hey, you know, let's go kill an enderman. And then let's throw it. And let's do it. Okay, chat, let's go see an end city. Or in fact, we can see an end city from here, right? We can just go look at it. Do you wanna look at an end city? No, we want to go through that. So we're gonna make a nice little tower. Just like so. Just make a bunch of blocks here, and then look at a couple of endermen. This is the best way to find ender pearls. You know, more speedrunners need to pick this up. If you want to go to the end, you know, you need ender pearls. Just kill the enderman. You find them very easily here. So yeah, just give him a good old murder. Or 2. Okay, I need a pearl, so you are going down. You gotta promise to die real soon. Give me that ender pearl drop. That's all I'm looking for. Yeah. So now I just have to get this perfect, which is kind of hard to do. I always do struggle a little bit with ender pearl throwing. But if we get it wrong, we'll just die, and that'll be fine, too. Okay, so now we're gonna stack all the way up to the side. Stack up a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more. Get right alongside it in a way where we feel like we can't miss. Place another block on this side. You know, really just guarantee this goes through. And then go. Okay, here we are, chat. I'm in the End Islands, and that's an end city. Oh, they've got a fog effect. They've got end fog. I think a lot of people like this. I'm not the biggest fan. But this is the end. This is the end city. And this has been a live stream on the internet. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing. Consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. And you can check out more of these live streams at the playlist link down below, or by going to the channel and going to the live section. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed this one, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye. You know, actually, let's do a real dramatic goodbye. Oh, no! Okay. I guess there's no choice in this one. Goodbye. I don't want to die anymore. Now that I'm being forced to die, I don't want to die. Who are you to decide who lives and who dies? Enderman? Yeah, you don't. That's what. I'm just gonna hide away in here. Just gonna let my problems fade away. Just like you can do with yours. If you subscribe. If you don't,